Welcome, my name is Jane Pilot. I'm a certified environmental auditor working in the environmental field for over 25 plus years, and I received my environmental auditor certification in 1995. This presentation is about the Environmental Professional Certification, the EP certification. The presentation will cover an overview of who is Eco-Canada, about the EP certification, the benefits of certification, and plans for the EP certification process. Who is Eco-Canada? Eco-Canada is the National Sector Council for the Environment. The environment was designated by the Government of Canada in the early 90s as an industry requiring additional resources to ensure its prosperity. Eco-Canada works with thousands of professionals and employers from across Canada to define environmental employment and better understand the issues facing the environmental professional. Our task then, as the Canada Sector Council for Environmental Careers, is to provide solutions to these issues. The mandate for Eco-Canada is to ensure an adequate supply of people with the demonstrated skills and knowledge required to meet the environmental human resources need of the public and private sector. Environmental Professional Certification is supported by 3 organizations. Eco-Canada is the official certification body that is responsible for the administration, evaluation of certification candidates. It develops national partnerships to promote and benefit certified members, and also coordinates the local chapters of the EPs throughout Canada. Eco-Canada is also responsible for the research, development, and implementation of the National Occupational Standards. ECO is also responsible for the national marketing of CCAB. CCAB is the Canadian Environmental Certification Approvals Board, and it is the safeguard on impartiality that oversees the administration, evaluation, and approval processes for certification and recertification candidates. CCAB is also responsible for any disciplinary action related to violations of the EP Code of Ethics. The 8 regional chapters throughout Canada deliver ongoing local network building initiatives among environmental professionals and promote environmental professional certification at the local level. About the EP certification. Certification is one of many services Eco-Canada offers to individuals looking to build their career in the Canadian environmental sector. For more information, go to www.eco.ca/certification. While EP stands as a single designation, there are a number of specializations that an individual can obtain. Environmental auditors can receive a CEA specialization for work and compliance auditing, or an EMS-LA specialization for work in an environmental management system auditing. Greenhouse gas professionals may also receive a GHG specialization for work in the area of greenhouse gas verification or quantification. We have more details on other slides here. We also have other areas that are being worked on in the area of meteorologists, and that designation would be the P.MET designation. Auditors can be the EP CEA, as mentioned earlier, or the EP EMS LA. The EP CEA is in accordance with national and international standards, and the emphasis on the auditing activities described by the CSA Z773 and the ISO 19011. and this is for the environmental professional and compliance auditing. The designation for EP-EMS LA is the environmental professional management system auditing. And auditors, this is for auditors held against the ISO 14001 standard, having taken their ISO 19011 as well. Previously, the standards for auditing were developed by the Canadian Environmental Auditing Association, previously known as the CEAA, now known as the Auditing Association of Canada, or AAC. I was actually one of the directors for the Canadian Environmental Auditing Association back in 1994. Today, standards for auditing designations are based on the National Occupational Standards for Environmental Auditing. And these standards were developed through extensive consultation and validation with industry experts. Although the AAC no longer administers the environmental auditing certification program, it continues to operate as a membership-based industry association, which is recognized as the authority on issues regarding environmental auditing and environmental site assessment in Canada. EP auditors must have a relevant Canadian or international post-secondary education, 5 or more years of relevant work experience, have specialized training, pass a panel review, and an online supplementary exam administered by ECO. Previously, ECO Canada administered 7 different designations for environmental professionals in various fields of environmental work. Effective August 1st, the certification program has been restructured and improved to offer a single designation called EP, Environmental Professional. The EP designation represents the standard of excellence in environmental employment. Certification is crucial in the environmental sector, where greenwashing makes it difficult to separate the self-proclaimed experts from the real ones. By offering a single EP designation, the environmental profession is elevated and gains recognition against other well-known professional designations such as professional engineers or chartered accountants. EP is the only designation of its kind in Canada to provide individuals with formal recognition of their unique environmental competencies and demonstrates a commitment to accountability, career development, and a desire to remain on top of current practices. It is a measure of an individual's competencies against verified national standards which set them apart from others in the industry. With aid from the Auditing Association of Canada, AAC, ECO Canada engaged in consultation with many auditors across Canada to produce a combined competency profile for both compliance and EMS auditors. The NOS for environmental auditors are used to create a set of competency profiles as defined. The requirements are different for each type of auditing: specialized training, 5+ years of experience, and supplying auditing work logs, and you must pass a panel review and pass an exam. Phase 1 is a self-evaluation. You are to complete your profile. You select the specific field of specialization in which you want to become certified. Then fill out the information about yourself that includes your employment and educational history. Second, you perform a self-assessment. You complete a self-assessment where you rank your abilities within each specialization you choose. Then you send your transcripts and contact your educational institution so that you have your transcripts sent directly to ECO Canada. Remember the username and password you created so that you may complete your application in segments. Having a resume on hand will help to streamline your Phase 1. The self-assessment typically takes about 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete. The EP auditing specialization. In order to maintain certification, members must update their background and employment information annually and fulfill the minimum requirements of professional development credits, which can be obtained through activities such as attending conferences, continual education, publishing articles, or attending Eco Canada's networking events for environmental professionals. And they are to adhere to the Environmental Professional Code of Ethics and submit, of course, their annual dues. Eco Canada's certification branch is accredited to the ISO 17024, which is the international standard for personnel certification bodies by the Standards Council of Canada, SCC, for some designations. This means that Eco Canada certification conforms to international standards in the areas of quality management, prevention of conflict of interest, and best practices for certification program management. Benefits of certification. What are the benefits? Establishes your professional credibility at a national level with clients and employers based on the unique combination of your skills, practical knowledge, and experience you have acquired, and formally recognize the specific environmental expertise you have gained on the job. It verifies the skills and knowledge you need to perform environmental work. It enhances marketability and mobility by providing you with national recognition, making it easier for you to transfer your skills to another position or to a geographical location. Offers valuable discounts and pre-qualification on liability insurance. Certified members are pre-qualified for the lowest professional liability insurance rates for environmental professionals in the country in recognition of their documented expertise. Access to a growing network of environmental professionals. Certified members gain opportunities to connect with others in their field through invitations to regional networking lunches, membership in a local chapter of environmental professionals, and access to mentoring opportunities. Benefits of certification. Dr. David Reynolds says, I am an EP as I believe it is important for a professional to have some form of certification or registration to highlight capability and competency. Laura Jones, for professionals such as myself, who possess a combination of skills well suited to this type of work, the EP certification affords us the professional recognition we previously did not have access to. By supporting the EP certification, these organizations recognize the importance of strengthening the skills and expertise of environmental workers in Canada. This commitment ensures that the most qualified individuals are protecting and enhancing our nation's precious environmental resources. These leading organizations are supporting the introduction of this certification in various ways by including placing the EP as a preference on job postings, distributing EP information to staff, placing the EP logo or information on careers or job pages, and recommending staff putting EP designations on business cards and email signatures, and recommending attendance or sponsor EP networking events and workshops. So thank you very much to AMIC, to CCS, Waters Environmental Group, the Globe Group, SCAN, SNC Lavalin, Maxim, Genevar, HESCO, University of Toronto, Carbon Edge, AET, SLR, and many, many others. The benefits of certification networking. EP certification offers a number of unique opportunities to participate in the growing community of environmental professionals. To learn more about networking events and workshops, visit ecoca/networking. There are 8 regional chapters throughout Canada, and getting involved in a chapter is a great way to meet other professionals in your area and share ideas about the current issues in the environmental sector specific to your area. So visit eco.ca/chapters. Access the growing mentorship program, which pairs environmental professionals in training with experienced environmental professionals. Go to www.eco.ca/mentorship. To see photos and information from past networking events or to find out more about future events, go to the eco.ca/networking. Networking events are held in cities across the country to provide professionals with a sense of community and a chance to share ideas. Since the announcement of the combination of the titles into EP, ECO has a tremendous increase in interest in the EP title, as seen in the website traffic. The future of EP certification in Canada is to continue strong membership growth, increase awareness of the EP title among business leaders and general public, and the addition of the meteorological specialization, and work towards universal recognition in regulation. The future of the EP certification internationalization, a partnership in progress to make various specializations of the EP designation available internationally. EP, the agreement signed with Australia, New Zealand, Great Britain, and Saudi Arabia. The EPCEA and EPEMSLA, an agreement with development with BIAC in the United States. I sit on the BIAC board, the environmental education area. We also have the EP GHG, and it will be available, was available in 2011. For more information, go to www.eco.ca/certification or certification@eco.ca. You can contact ECO at the following phone number, Elizabeth Waterworth, or go to the website www.eco.ca. They are also on LinkedIn and Twitter. Any questions? Thank you so much for listening.